What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA plays today over on PrizePicks. We went 3-0 in yesterday's video between Klingon hitting his rebounds and assists nearly in the first half. He also cashed all bumps. Giannis went over his goblin and his full game points, as well as Charlie Morton going over his hits allowed. So we had a 3-0 day in yesterday's video. Let's cash out with another 3-0 day today. You guys hit the like goal in yesterday's video, which is why we have 3 plays in today's video. If you want a third play tomorrow, leave a like on this video here. 150 likes, and I will drop a third play in tomorrow's video also. And while you're down there leaving a like, you may as well subscribe. I've now cashed 10 of my last 12 NBA plays, so let's stay hot. We're going to get to these free plays. But before we do so, don't miss out on checking out the DubClub. The DubClub is where you can get all of my plays sent straight to your phone. So not just these free plays, but all plays for the NBA, the MLB, and the NHL. The best part is, though, that you can get in right now for free. There's a 2-day free trial linked in my description, or if you want a cheaper option long-term, you get in for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off your first month. So either check it out for free for 2 days, or just join for $20 off right now. We have had a crazy year so far, and included with the DubClub, you get access to my contributors place here and Asmi's emo and prop the props, as well as getting the Discord chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever is going on. All of that, though, and I haven't talked about my performance yet, we have profited over 130 units this year between the NBA and the NHL. To put that in perspective, if you had $50 on each play, you'd be over $6,000 of profit this year between the NBA and the NHL. We've been crushing it long-term all year. Not every day is a winning day, but consistently, we have profited long-term season after season. So don't miss out any longer in joining the DubClub. Do so in my description with that 2-day free trial, or you could also join it for the next month for only $15. Both options are linked down in my description. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure that you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. The most important thing, though, is having those post notifications on so we can get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. Let's get to these plays now. The first play here on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be my favorite of the slate. I like it a lot, just like I did Klingon last night. It is my favorite play of the slate. It's going to be Kyle Filipowski here over his points and rebounds at 26.5. The DubClub was able to get him at 25.5, which is why, it could pay to be in the DubClub a little bit. But I think he's in a great spot against the Pacers. And even with this spot being a little bit of a blowout potential here, he's kind of blowout proof here. Because this game is a 16.5 point spread. But if you look at last game here, he only had 17 against Houston, which was a tough matchup. However, they lost, you can see in that game, by nearly 40 points. They lost by 38 points, I believe. And he still played 31 minutes in that game. So he's just a rookie, of course, so that's why he's playing, a ton of minutes, regardless of it being a blowout situation. So that's why I love him so much, even regardless of the spread here. But of course, you can see right on the main page here that Walker Kessler is out, which is a massive deal to Kyle here. Because in games without Kessler this year, he's over in a lot of his last few recent games here. Every game really since February 13th here, besides this one game here, he had at least 27 points and rebounds. Also really high minutes in these games. But also this Pelicans game here where he missed by not too many right there. He had 23. We just needed, 27 in that game there. But he only played about 28 minutes in that game. Where consistently in the last 4 games, he's played at least 30 minutes. He's also played 30 plus minutes in 4 straight games without Walker Kessler too. So, and I didn't even talk about the other guys missing also. Like you have Lauri Markkanen missing here. You have Jordan Clarkson being out. You have John Collins being out. All these guys being out for this team is a huge deal to Kyle Filipowski, and why I think he's in such a good spot for both his points and his rebounds. So in games this year where he plays at least 28 minutes, so I'm expecting that tonight, regardless of a blowout situation. He's over in 9 of his last 12 games, as you can see here. Every game since January 20th, he has been over except for these 3, which, by the way, all bottom 3 matchups for him. This game here against the Clippers, bottom 3 matchup. Rockets, bottom 3 matchup. And again, the Rockets, yet again, bottom 3 matchup. So these 3 were bottom 3 matchups for him. He's been able to cash in tougher matchups before, like the Clippers in this game here. Even if he did fail in this one here, bounced back the next game after that, was able to cash there against the Clippers in a tough matchup. So you have a million injuries here to this Utah Jazz team. You have him consistently playing high minutes, even in blowout situations, and you have a really nice matchup here against the Pacers, who are ranked 21st in points per game and 23rd in rebounds allowed per game. On top of that, against the Pacers this year, he only had 17 against them. However, he played only 14 minutes in that game. This was back in February. He should be seeing a lot more than 14 minutes this time around. If we can get, 17 points and rebounds for every 14 minutes he plays tonight, he will be flying over this line. That means he'd probably have around 34 points and rebounds. Obviously, it is a much different situation this time around, but still, love to see that he had a great time against the Pacers last time, even with limited minutes. So that being said, Kyle is my favorite play for this NBA slate so far. Over is either 25.5, if you can find that on other apps, or even 26 points and rebounds. I think both spots are great. But again, try to find this one on other apps. He is available at 25.5 on other apps, but PrizePicks, they love to bump these plays, especially after I post. Before we get to my next play here, if you're not already on Betr Picks, it's one of the best apps out there right now, and they have a ton of promos all the time on this app, as well as some awesome welcome offers. If you sign up using promo code DOMGProps, not DOMG, but promo code DOMGProps, link is in my description, you'll get your first entry on them up to $250. They have a ton of different things on the app, as you can see on this video right here. We also have some daily discounts today on this app. Like right now, for example, we have discounts on Yamamoto and LeBron James. As you can see, like the teal discount looking logo, as you can see there on Yamamoto and LeBron. Right now, we have Yamamoto discounted from 6 strikeouts all the way down to 4.5. And they have these discounts every single day. LeBron right now is discounted from 22.5 down to 18.5 points. And again, they have these every single day on this app. It's an awesome app. It's available in most states, especially if PrizePicks is in your state. There's a very good chance that Betr Picks is also in your state. It is 21 years and older. Go claim this promo here of the first entry on them, win or lose, up to $250. And again, that promo code is DOMGProps. We're going to get to my next pick here, which is going to be over in the MLB. But if you guys want some more NBA plays, they will, of course, be over in the DubClub. But I also have another play at the end, which is the third play, which is going to also be an NBA play. But let's talk about the MLB real quick. We're going to switch gears to a different sport. MLB is one of my best sports if you did not know, which is why I love giving out these MLB plays. We cashed it out yesterday. We're looking to cash again here. But I like Jesus Luzardo here under either 16.5 pitching outs, which I prefer, or the under 28.5 fantasy score if you were only on PrizePicks. But if you have other apps available out there, I prefer the under 16.5 outs, which I'm going to talk about a little bit here. I will touch on the fantasy score also, which he actually did already cover this year, although he did go under his outs. It's really just heavily dependent on these strikeouts right here. But again, I want to stress this enough. I like the under 16.5 or 15.5 outs a lot better than I do the fantasy score on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is just the absolute worst app out there when it comes to MLB lines, like strictly in the MLB, because they don't offer a ton of different plays. But as you can see here on Underdog, they have under 16.5 outs available here. You actually might be able to get 15.5. Now they have 14.5 on the board. This is actually so weird. It's a lower payout for 16.5 outs on Underdog than 17.5 outs. So you can actually take 17.5 outs under an Underdog. I don't know what's going on with these apps today, but just know I like Jesus Luzardo unders tonight. But he's in a great spot. He only had 15 outs earlier this year against the Washington Nationals here, which was a lot of a worse offense compared to the Dodgers, obviously. Last year, they ranked 4th as a team against left-handed pitching. A little bit slower this year. However, other lefty pitchers to start against them have had a rough time. They've had Tyrese Haliburton and Chris Sale against them, 2 really solid pitchers, better than Jesus Luzardo, and these guys still only went 15 outs in these games. They went 5 innings each, gave up 4 and 3 earned runs. Luzardo should get crushed tonight if they're going to be even close to how they were against Haliburton and Chris Sale. So already that looks great to me, but also what I want to focus on and what's really important when it comes to pitching out props in the MLB is their team's bullpen. Because right now, Zach Wheeler just pitched 7 innings against them. Tajon Walker went 6 innings, not against them, but they just went 7 to 6 innings overall. And the day before Zach Wheeler was pitching, they had a day off. So their bullpen is pretty well rested. I mean, these guys have only had to pitch, 5 innings in the last few games here. So that bullpen has had a very, very, well timed. They're pretty well rested. They don't need Luzardo to go into the 6th inning in this game if he is getting crushed. And I think he can get crushed here against the Dodgers. They are a very good offense. Obviously, they're one of the highest paid teams in the MLB. They should have a pretty good time here against Luzardo. It should be a field day for him, I'm thinking. So I think he's in a great spot to go under his outs here. Of course, I like his under fantasy score also, but it's really dependent on these strikeouts here. He did strike out 11 in his first game this year. He's not really known as a massive, great strikeout pitcher, though, so I'm okay with the under fantasy score, but do be kind of careful. Because just know, if he goes crazy on his strikeouts again, he will be missing his fantasy score. But overall, typically when he misses his outs line, usually when he goes under his outs, he's also going under his fantasy score there. So at the end of the day, I think Luzardo's in a great spot either under his pitching outs or fantasy score also, but I'd probably play 75% of the unit if you are going to take the fantasy score. But overall, outs look a lot better to me under 16.5. All right, getting to my third play. So did you guys hit the like go in yesterday's video? If you guys want a third play in today's video, give this video here too again 150 likes, and I'll drop a third play tomorrow also. Let's get to the play here. This one's going to be, again, over in the NBA category here because tonight, he's actually right on the main page there, but I like Tyrese Haliburton over 14.5 points here as the Goblin over on PrizePicks. If you are looking for not a Goblin play, I'm okay with Haliburton over 19.5 points, but I much prefer the over 14.5 point Goblin here on PrizePicks. And if you were to pair this one with 2 main squares on PrizePicks like Mark Williams and Mitchell, for example, he pays at a 3.75x over on PrizePicks. So as you can see here, he's been over 14.5 points in 74% of games this year, but his 19.5 points, he's only over in 38%. But overall, I think he's in a great spot for both. It is a blow-up potential spot here against Utah, obviously, but overall, he is over in 74% of games this year, and is still really good even in blood situations. Like, he's been over this in 5 straight games when they do win by at least 17 points, as you see there. So if Indy beats his spread, he's still been very good here because he's pretty much the reason why they're blowing teams out. Like this game here against Washington, beat it by nearly 60 points. He played 25 minutes, yet dropped 29 points in that game. So is a really nice matchup for him here against Utah, of course. Against guards this year, they ranked 23rd in points per game to point guard specifically. Overall, though, they ranked 29th in points per game at 120.4. In the past, though, against Utah, he's already been over in both games against them. But the only game this year against them, he had 18 points, which came on 6 for 15 shooting. Probably could have shot a little bit better if he was to clear that 19.5 point line. But you can see what he's done in his last few games here. Like, he's over in 18 of his last 20 games. The only 2 misses, by the way, came on 5 for 12 shooting and 5 for 13 shooting, where he hooked both times, as you can see there. So I think he's in a great spot against Utah. I like the matchup a lot for him. He's proved he can get it done in the past at 14.5 points at least. And overall, he's been hot as of late. And they do have, like, they want to have that playoff seeding there. They're not going to want to, choke an easy game here against Utah. So Haley should come to play. He beats up on these bad defenses. He only talks when he's up. So I think he's in a great spot here to go over his 14.5 points or even his 19.5 points. I'm not done with the free plays yet, but a couple reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. There's a 2-day free trial linked in my description, or join it for the next month for only $15. Both options are linked in my description. Go claim those different offers. You also get access to the Discord where you get contributors' plays, as well as the chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on, share some entries. But here's some more plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here can show off the best expected value plays on an app like PrizePicks, Underdog, even like Parlay Play, Dabble, DraftKings Pick 6, or even Betr. This tool is really, really awesome. Get it for yourself in my description. But some of the best value plays right now are like for League of Legends, for I think this is tennis right here. You have some other value here like Swellenbach here under his fantasy score in the MLB. Walker Buehler under 4 strikeouts. Kevin Huerter tonight under points and rebounds. And if you want to find like a 2-bit power play on PrizePicks, it's super easy to do. Click on plus CV plays. It can help you find plays that fit into that play type in terms of expected value. Or see like a 5-pick or 6-pick power play or flex. It's an awesome tool. Get it for yourself in my description. Click on the fantasy bundle and scroll down and use promo code DOMG. But we're not done because they have another tool sold separately called the ASP Generator. This tool is over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 25 slips currently on the board. For apps like Underdog, PrizePicks, Rebet, there's a ton of different apps here as you can see there. But right now on PrizePicks, the top value play is a 4-pick power play. It contains some League of Legends value as well as Drew Holiday over 9.5 points. It's a 13.31% profit margin, which is very nice. And if you want to bet on PrizePicks, it's super easy to do. Click on Bet on PrizePicks, push into PrizePicks for you, just like that. It's an awesome tool. Get it for yourself in my description. Click on the slip generator and then scroll down and use promo code DOMG yet again. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video. Best of luck. If you want to submit over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right now.